Now, if you have the misfortune to be laid off or you lose your job, what are the strategies you would suggest to sort of get you going again?
Yeah, so I'm in Los Angeles here in the United States, and I don't know if it's the same in the United Kingdom right at this exact moment, but things here are horrific. Almost everyone I know has somebody they know or they themselves have been impacted by a layoff. And like just literally over the past 6 months, time and time again, I'm hearing it. If you log on to LinkedIn at the moment, our feeds are flooded
Yeah.
with people sharing news about either themselves or resharing the news of someone that they know who has been impacted. It's really hard, Harsha. More often than not, um, even if you knew there might be a potential of this happening, when you find out that it's happening to you, um, it's a really hard thing to hear. Um, in the United States, it can have immediate effect.
Yeah.
You literally find out on the morning and that's it. If you're finding out via email, which a lot of people do, especially in reductions in force, which is when more than 50 people are laid off here, you're finding out via an email and then you lose access to your email and anything that you have done at that company in that time. Or if you're in an office, you get called into a meeting and told this is your last day today.
Yeah.
It's jarring. And so I think the first thing I would tell anyone to do is to take time to process how they feel, whether it's frustration, anger, upset, confusion. Take the time to process. It might be that you need to go back to your human resources point of contact with some clarifying questions, because when you're receiving information and you're processing at the same time, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And more than likely, you might want time to go back and to ask some questions and know that you can do that. But take time to process your emotions. Talk to somebody as you are doing that. I think that's very, very important. Don't keep it all inside. And then maybe after a couple of days, you can start to think about what you do next. And some of that will be dependent on the time frame that you have in terms of your own personal finances, and what you need to do, and potentially in the time that you have, and to find your next opportunity. And that will vary for everybody. For some people, they've got to find the next thing immediately. Other people might have been given what they call a severance package here that will cover them for a period of time. Here in the United States, your health insurance is tied to your employment.
Yeah.
And then there's also situations, I'm now a US citizen, but so many people are here on work visas that are tied to their employment. They might have 60 days to find their next employer before they lose their right to work in the United States. And you might only have 30 days or 10 days or 15 days left of health insurance. And then you don't, you have to have coverage under which you're paying for yourself. So there are huge considerations financial before you even get into the how will I find that next opportunity and what am I going to do next? So it's a lot to process. Once you've processed, you've asked your clarifying questions, you've considered what your timeline is, think about what you want to do next, and then think about who you need to tell so that you can maximize your reach.